Hello, fellow collectors. Frank M. TTM here, back with another TTM Success video. TTM stands for Through the Mail. This is Through the Mail Autographs. Happy Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Hope you're having a good day, a good week. I have one TTM I'm going to show you today. And this is a special edition of TTM Success. I'm also going to do a little segment on how to TTM. So let's get right at it here. Got one player. He played for the ABA in the 70s. So this is what was a 2-for-1 in 29 days. No fee out of Louisville, Kentucky. We have... have everything over there. Oh, we got some questions in there. I'll get to that in just a moment. We have Mr. Joe Hamilton. This is on a 73-74 Topps. And he did add a letter as well, so we'll show you that. Very nice letter he added in there. Mr. Frank. 2021. Thanks for a great letter. I really appreciate it. Stay safe and healthy. Stay strong. Bless y'all. Joe Hamilton. We got Snoopy with the Christmas wreath on his nose. I love the paper there. So this is James Joe Hamilton Jr. He was born on July 5th, 1948 in Lexington, Kentucky. Joe played basketball at Lexington Dunbar High School, where he was an All-American guard who helped lead Lexington Dunbar to consecutive state tournament appearances in 65 and 66. 1966 graduate, his coach Louis Stout proclaimed Joe to be the best guard in the state of Kentucky. He was inducted into the Kentucky Basketball Hall of Fame in 2020. So congratulations, Mr. Hamilton, on the recent induction at the Kentucky Basketball Hall of Fame. He was a 5'10 guard, played in the American Basketball Association for 6 seasons. He played collegiately at Christian College of the Southwest in Garland, Texas, where he was a 2-time junior college All-American. He was also an alternate on the United States team for the 1968 Olympics. Thought that was interesting. He transferred to the North Texas State in 1968 and was a 2-time All-Missouri Valley Conference player. At North Texas, he averaged 21.4 points per game and had an 81.6 free throw percentage. After college, Hamilton was selected in the 9th round of 1970 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks and was also selected in the 1970 ABA draft by the Texas Chaparrals. Hamilton opted to sign with the Texas Chaparrals of the American Basketball Association, which was a league that folded in 1976, merged with the NBA. He played all of his 6 seasons with the ABA. In his rookie season, he averaged 15.7 points per game, scoring 1,318 points in 84 games, and was named to the 1971 ABA All-Rookie team. In total, he played, as I said before, in 6 seasons. He's played 3 seasons with the Texas, then Dallas Chaparrals. He played a half season with the San Antonio Spurs. Played a half season plus with the Kentucky Colonials. He was cut by he played 1 half season, then the next season he was cut by the Colonials after 9 games into the 74-75 season. And so during that season he went to play for the Munich Eagles of the European Professional Basketball League. Though he was a top scorer with 24 points per game, along with the league's second best 4 assists, the league folded in April 1975 with Hamilton still owed part of his salary. He was signed by the Utah Stars for the 1975-76 season, but traded 10 days later to the newly found Baltimore Claws of the ABA. The Claws reportedly ran out of money with Hamilton stating the players couldn't even get meal money. And the Baltimore Clots folded 3 days before the 1975-76 ABA season. He returned to the Utah Stars and played the start of the season with them in 13 games. However, the Stars would themselves fold in December 1975. After these bad breaks, Hamilton retired from basketball at 27 to work as a district salesman for a basketball shoe manufacturer company in Chicago. And of course, the ABA folded later in 76. The married father of two preferred the security of a stable job over an offer to play in the semi-pro Eastern League. So, did have a chance to play further on, but he chose to focus on his family and job security. Was a lot of job security with the ABA and semi-pro basketball. In 344 career games, he averaged 12 points per game, 2.6 total rebounds, and 3.5 assists. He made 40.8% of his shots, 31.2% of his three-pointers, and 80.7% of free throws. So, thank you very much. Nice looking placed signature there, Mr. Hamilton. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate this very nice letter as well. That is I love it when players respond personally like that. That's just all about the interactions with these players. He did answer a few questions. Said, Mr. Hamilton, favorite city to play in? Favorite cities were the Indianapolis and Denver. Toughest defender you scored against? So Jim Price and Fatty Taylor who were guards who played in the ABA and NBA. Any advice for young players learning the game? Listen, believe, never give up. Confidence. Give 110%. So nice. Very nice TTM return for Mr. Joe Hamilton. And a little quick segment here. I thought I would get into how do I TTM? I know people might do this a little different, so I don't have any necessary rhyme or reason of who I pick, other than I'm just interested in these particular players. Or I look on eBay and pick up cards, like I picked up that card on eBay, but with a couple other basketball cards from the 70s. I'm interested in getting some vintage cards of basketball and other sports as well. So thought I'll just run through a quick tutorial on how to TTM. So I recently interested in getting some football Hall of Famers, so I ordered this card off of eBay. Eric Dickerson. This is a 1984 Topps Instant Replay. This is one of his rookie cards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this out today. So I'm going to show you what I did. First, I got the Dickerson card. And before I even did that, I like to look and see if they even signed. So I'm going to show you here on sportscollectors.net. I'm going to go over that a little bit. Let's put Dickerson over here while I go over that. So this is, I have the paid version of sportscollectors.net. For very long, I was using Sports Card Forum, which is completely free. Great site as well. I just like some of the options of the paid version of Sports Collectors.net, but there's a free version. So I'm looking for Eric Dickerson, so I just looked him in the search bar. Let's look for Eric. There's quite a few Dickersons there, so it's easier to just break it down a little more. So we got Eric Dickerson. Let's get in there a little closer there so you can see. Hall of Famer, if he has a fee. That's his success rate, 70%. Last success was yesterday. So I'm going to click on Dickerson, and I tend to like to look at, some of the recent ones. Okay, these are some of the notes. Charges $10 to sign cards. Cash only, no checks. Do not send 2 rookie cards at the same time. I sent him 2 with $10. He kept the 20 in one of the cards, so that's a good pointer there. Let me send one rookie card to him, and he's a $10 fee, and these are some of the recent successors. Some people weighed in. There was a success on the 21st. You know, these are some recent successes. So, yeah, he's a pretty reliable guy for TTM. So, all right. I'm going to click on the address here. So, all right, I have my $10 fee. I'm going to put that in, that card in. For players that I charge, I usually use one of these, you know, these plastics here. I don't do it for every player. Some I just throw in loose sleeved. But yeah, that's your preference. I don't prefer not to buy 100 million plastics to send out. So I haven't had much problem with damaged cards. So all right, I'm going to show you here first. I'm going to write a letter. I have the address there, so I wrote a letter. So I'll give you a little peek at that. How I write a letter. Dear Mr. Dickinson, my name. And I just, you know, something personal. I collect these. I collect with my son, although he's not big into it. He's going to be his cards someday, so sometimes I share with them. We have big football fans. I ask him if you can sign the card, and I even ask for a Hall of Fame inscription. We'll see if he does that. And also, I do ask some questions of the players as well. And just a thank you, and if you have the time, you can. There is also a few questions for you with the cards. So. Appreciate your time. Take care. God bless. Sincerely, I sign it. I recently started to type out. I do handwritten letters too. I do it handwritten in cursive. I use my penmanship skills that I learned as a kid, which I don't get to do a lot, but I do write. The Hamilton, Joe Hamilton, I did send a handwritten letter, and some of the other guys I do like to do that, but I just did a typed letter for Mr. Dickerson, and I just did a little PS, $10 enclosed. And I recently started to just mention that I do have a channel. I don't know if any of these players would actually check it out, but why not? Why not tell them, hey, I document this in a channel. All right, that's a letter. And all right, next I have an return envelope to enclose, which has my address on it. And I have my address as a return address. I just do that. Everybody doesn't put... I put it as a return address in case there's a problem. It will go back to me rather than the player. Sometimes it's happened. I will get a return. And I do have a few questions for Mr. Dickinson to put in there. Let's put these in here. This is the return. I have an extra index card just for some support. I got a little note up there, cards enclosed. Stick that right in the middle there. Next, I'm going to do the return. I'm going to see right there. There's the return address. Write that in there. We got 26815 Mulholland Highway, Calabasas, California 91302. So we got that in there. So I got my letter. I fold that up 3 ways. And stick that return right in the middle there, and put it right here. And I have my my envelope inside is stamped. Make sure you double check that. I've sent it without stamps before. Mental errors sometimes. So let's seal it there. And it's ready to go out. That's how I TTM. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamilton, for this cool TTM. This is the joy of it, you know, and getting that personal letter from him, and interaction with the players, and them answering questions, and It's about more than the signatures. I like to get into their stories as well. For me, I know some people just like to get the card and show them. It's more. I like the story. I like to get to know the players a little bit more personal. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks for joining me. Take care. God bless. Peace.